Hi everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Off Tilt O, that way.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Happy Mother's Day to all who mother out there. Hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And thanks for spending some of it with us today. All right. Just writing down my list. So, I think I've got everybody. Cool. Well, we just don't know what to expect today. It could be a very short show. People could just keep popping in. You never know. So, but we expect with it Mother's Day that some people are going to be busy today. Mm-hmm. By the way, this rather dingy little egg thing I have on the counter here, this table in the middle, is actually something I got from my mother when I was quite young. It's one of the things I kept that I had given to her as a Mother's Day gift. So, holds a little sentimental value for me.
I have no eggs to show.
It's all right.
This is my first Mother's Day without being able to talk to my mom, to call her and say Happy Mom's Day. So I have a lot of feelings about that.
I'm sure.
I was talking to the audience.
I'm sure. All right, Mr. O, since you're in the mood to do it, I'm going to have you draw a card for the collective.
If you say so.
On this fine day. And let me just double check. Yes, this can be read reversed. I think we mentioned that before. So it's the Oracle of the Trees I'm using.
We have palm tree.
Upright. Okay. Number 17. Number 17. And funny that's my mother's May birthday, May 17th.
Yes.
All right. 1917. The palm tree. All right. The upright meaning, the keywords for the palm tree are well-earned rest, adventure, escape from the daily grind, boredom, need for something new, infatuation. Drawing this card informs us that we may be in a state of mental and physical fatigue. The palm tree indicates that we deeply desire to escape from the daily routine, which is clearly not very satisfying. The card also casts a ray of hope, announcing that the seeker will soon have what they wish for. This could be a vacation, a new situation, or travel, which will allow them to find joy and rediscover lost motivation. Especially in matters of the heart, this card can allude to a moment of fatigue or simply less enthusiasm in the relationship, like things are kind of petering out. But there is no need to feel discouraged, as even in the middle of the desert, we can find an oasis. The card suggests the seeker dedicate more time to resolving problems in a relationship, so that they can break the routine that has them both feeling frustrated. I like that. That's it pretty much. There is advice here. Do not let yourself be overcome by fatigue. Keep looking for your oasis in the desert. And so, yeah, in a way, this card has a lot of significance to the Four of Swords in the tarot, where you just need time. You're fatigued, you're exhausted, you need to refresh and replenish. So take a vacation, take some time off, take some walks outdoors if you can't take some time off. Just do things that can refresh and reinvigorate your spirit. So that's what we have. And again, this is from the Oracle of the Trees.
Nice. So today I decided to bring some cards that, mix it up a little bit. A couple decks that I don't use very often. One that I do use a little more often. That more used one is the Adrian Tarot.
You use that a bit. I love that deck.
And that's the Knight of Wands. But I'm also using my Tarot del Toro, the Guillermo del Toro, the famous director who does mostly horror kind of movies, but very visionary.
The horrors of horror on Mother's Day.
Well, it's just del Toro. He had a mom too,
I would think so.
And that's the Magician card. And then one that I have rarely used here, which is my Clyde Barrett Ancient Egypt Tarot. And I used to use this one for the emotional exchanges before I switched to some different cards. That's the Four of Wands in that deck. All right.
Okay, so today I have 3 of the same decks I've been using. We'll switch them up a little next week. Here's the Foaxa Tarot, the Hermit in that deck. We have the Mystic Fairy Tarot, which there is the 10 of Cups in that deck.
Mm-hmm. You're there.
Okay.
Producers have to do producing
And
things,
then we have the 7 of Cups in the Tarot at the end of the Rainbow. And finally, because it's Mother's Day, they were at least our moms in a way. It's the Golden Girls Tarot. And here is the 3 of Cups in that deck. Kind of appropriate there. All right.
Yeah, a few moments ago she thought Sonny was miffed because of me kind of yelling at him or something, and he wouldn't be back, but you know him. He can't ever stay away too long.
No, he can't. So here he is, taking up the real estate. Hi, Deep Shaika. We'll get you on the list.
Hi, Deep Shaika. So Libra's first with a general reading.
All right. You want me to use my deck?
Sure.
And today, we are doing fine. Enjoying some beautiful weather finally, warming up a little. It's going to be in the low to mid 60s today, which is better than it's been.
True. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You want me to be able to see?
I do.
Slippery cards.
They are. Sonny, you're so adorable.
Oh my goodness, that's so hot.
98. See, that's why Texas is just not my place.
Well, but you forget we were there when it was 110.
I know, it's like 108
degrees.
or something when we were there. Holy cow.
I think it was 109, and they were like a point away from a new record.
All right, we have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords, though, is reversed. Oh, good grief. We have the Lovers. The Lovers is reversed. Well, and then looky here. We have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is upright.
I'm wondering if maybe somebody from your past that maybe you had some involvement with, and maybe somebody that you are fond of, might be trying to come back into your life, or maybe you've heard that. Maybe you felt a tingle towards, like, oh, we should try this again. But I don't think it'll be in your best interest, or I don't think you're going to decide
Or you think
that.
it'll be going nowhere because of the Six of Swords?
Well, I think that's what's drawing them back to examine something from the past.
Okay.
And maybe it was something that was a fondness there, but I sort of feel ultimately that the decision is something to probably not be in your best interest, and you may not go that way.
Oh, that is interesting, Libra. I can definitely see what he is saying here. But that Three of Cups is upright.
Yeah, that's true.
I think here that there may be some stagnation or sluggishness, or not a lot happening right now in regards to relationships, or nothing really that's, maybe the relationship itself is experiencing a rut right now. Maybe the possibility exists that some of the values and some of the things, some of the interests and things that have brought you together with this person, or made you think about, having a relationship with this person, have changed and are just don't seem to click the way they used to. Yet I feel like that maybe, something is needed if this is going to succeed, to just lighten things up. Maybe just bring more enthusiasm back to this partnership if you are in one now. And if you are not, this is maybe a time it's saying also to reach out and start being a little bit more social and being out there to attract the kind of love and person in your life that you need.
Well, a lot of times the Lovers, no matter which way it falls, sort of indicates maybe some variations in choices along the way of relationships or romance. And so I could also feel, in addition to what I said earlier, that maybe this is also just talking about the, hi there, Apple, two possibilities for you in that area, or two choices, or two feelings that are coming to you about things. I still sort of feel like it may be something that feels like unfinished business, or something from your past in a way.
He thinks I forgot something important.
The Lenormand?
Yeah.
Oh, don't you usually have them right over there?
Yeah. And I don't. So I'll have to get them.
Where are they?
I would want to add, before I get up to get the Lenormand, that Libra, to me, this almost seems like it's either a friendship, partnership, emotional kind of connection reading. You have the Cup there, you have the Lovers there, and I think it leans that way more than any other way. That's why I think we're reading it the way we are. And, what do I have handy? None of them are here.
Do you want me to find them?
No, I'm sure they're here. I see a Lenormand right now. So I think we're going to go with the cards today. The tiles are a little buried. I see them now. All right. Which one do you want, Mr. O?
Okay.
All right. And I'll go first. Okay. Sun. Really? He makes this very difficult. And he knows it too. He says, I'm going to take up even more room now.
So we have the letter. That was the first one?
Yep.
And followed by the snake. Ooh. Well, I don't know, but I think this sort of leans more towards or corroborates towards what I was saying in my very first interpretation, the idea that maybe somebody is trying to reacquaint with you in some manner, and maybe you're going to hear about this. And like I said before, I sort of get the feeling like you're really not thinking you want to go that way. Maybe there was some things about a relationship or companion that you liked, but maybe you're wondering what they're up to for the most part.
Right, Mr. O may be onto something here. Maybe this is somebody from your past, Libra, because the snake, the letter the snake, it sounds like you're getting news from somebody at any rate, whether it's somebody in your present that you know now, whether it's somebody resurfacing from your past, and there's something really suspicious, or you just don't feel like something is right here. And it's good to go with your gut on this one. They're going to contact you or give you some news, or maybe ask for something of you, or as he said, try to rekindle an old relationship or romance. But there really may be some ulterior motives here, so I would definitely proceed cautiously.
Yeah.
So we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that.
Happy
Eyes
Mother's
wide
Day.
open. Happy Mother's Day to you.
All right. And Marcia is next. And happy Mother's Day to Marcia, of course, too. Happy Mother's Day to all moms.
To
You're
all
welcome.
moms everywhere.
You're
All
welcome,
mother.
Libra. Ah, there it is.
Today I'm Cat Mom. Aww.
Okay, I'm going to use my Ancient Egypt Tarot. You are very welcome, Libra. And it's about your friend Helen.
Okay. Uh-oh. Hi, SP.
Hi, SP.
We'll get you on the list. Oh, it's too physical. Well, let's see.
I'm sure we can add you.
Oh, yeah, we'll add you. Maybe a quicker show today, but we'll see. People keep coming in.
We can go and get Mother's Day dinner.
I hadn't even thought of that. I thought I was going to make dinner today. He made me a wonderful brunch. Brunchish
Wonderful?
kind of, yeah.
I think it was okay. It
It was
wasn't
okay.
wonderful.
Okay, it wasn't his best work. Is that what
No.
you want me to say?
Yeah.
But it was sweet. Sweetly done. It's the sentiment that counts.
I tried to strain all the sediment out of it.
I said sentiment.
Oh,
And I know you know that.
I know you know that I know.
You little kidder, you.
All right, Marcia. So this is about Helen and how she's going to handle her new job. And we have the Fool upright. And I like that. And then we have the Three of Cups upright. And I like that.
I do too. Hey, that three's come up a bit.
And then we have the Eight of Swords. And that one I like a little less, but none of these cards are so horrible. I mean, it may be that she feels this will contain her in a certain way, or maybe limit her in a certain way.
Or that maybe it's bringing out what she feels are some of her limitations.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this could just be her immediate gut reaction, her feelings about it. But the Fool seems to suggest that there is some good thing about moving forward. It's not like it's a grand adventure necessarily for her, but it seems to be with the promise of something new happening. So it's a new position for her. It's a new way to be useful or to make her living, that kind of thing. I feel that maybe it's possible she will somehow enjoy the experience more. Maybe it's a matter of acclamation. I'm wondering if maybe there are people there that she will either come to like a lot, or that maybe there are already people there that she knows or can easily feel bonded with.
Right. I feel with the Fool that, maybe there were some risks to her taking this job, but she went for it, She went for it, and she got it. And I feel like that in and of itself is a reason for her to celebrate. But also I feel like Mr. O with that card may carry other meanings. Like, for example, there is, as he said, a lot of camaraderie, and maybe it's a supportive environment too. It may not end up being that bad for her, that people seem to support each other there, But the Eight of Swords indicates to me too that, there may be some initial struggling, maybe as she's getting a routine down. It's possible that once, like right now, because it's just all new and she's trying to do a good job, that, maybe it is a little bit more wearing on her at this time. You can't discount, the stress too, besides the physical part of the work. And so I feel like once she establishes a routine of what she does, that maybe things will feel better. This looks like at least it's something that she willingly jumped right into, and it seems like there is some positivity surrounding this environment she's working in.
Yeah, I think that she had a positive feeling going in, and she relates to some of the people. I think that she sort of has a sense of challenge, or maybe that she feels like now, of course, she may be in a probationary period, or she wants to look good, so she may not say all the things that she might feel, because of course she might feel like, she can't do that just yet. So I sort of feel like she's got challenges, but I really do get the feeling like she's going to give it a chance, and that it will probably work out for her, not necessarily without, a little bit of stress.
Well, I'm sure her body has. The thing is, if you're not used to doing a lot of the same thing, like heavy labor,
that's true,
over and over again, your body can acclimate, though. It can. If she does some appropriate things to supplement that, like stretches at night, maybe some meditation, yoga, breathing, whatever it takes to really help, her body handle and manage this extra load. Let's see if the Lenormand comes up with something that, points to what you're saying. But right now, we're not seeing it. I won't rule out that she may not last there. It's just not showing up in the cards right now.
So our first card was the Tower.
Okay.
And the second card was the Stars.
Wow.
And of course, Lenormand's Tower is not the same as Tarot's Tower. It may be talking about the actual position she's in. It's more about an institutional quality.
Oh, no, it is, this case. Because she's a custodian in a school, and that can also indicate an educational institution.
I said it did mean that. I didn't mean the isolation aspects of Tarot's Tower. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. No, this is about her workplace.
Okay.
And the Stars sort of says there's a new lease for her here. There's a lot of renewed hope or energy supporting the idea that she feels she's going to succeed here, that she's going to meet expectations, things like that.
I just feel it's very hopeful. I think that, it's not indicating, that the struggles will continue. It indicates that things might be working themselves out ultimately. So I really hope it's true. You'll have to keep us posted on that. But
right, and you know what? I just felt optimism about this as soon as I turned the Fool card, and I just sort of think like there's the same sense of starry destiny with the Stars and the Fool. So I just feel like, it's a learning curve. She has to learn the ropes and get acclimated, but I get the feeling like if they can be patient with her and if she can be patient with herself, she'll do fine.
Let's do a quick yes-no. Marcia asked if she will last. Let's do it that way. We'll ask if she will last there.
You shuffle first. And We had a super happy hour yesterday, and it will be back at 4 o'clock next Saturday.
Yes.
So do come down. It was super. We had so much fun. Really cool people. Our friend Fiber Magic came. We talked about the raffle that's coming up. We'll talk about that again in a little bit.
In a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
After this, yes, no.
After this, yes. No.
So the thing is,
You're welcome.
it was at 10 o'clock. It's at 4 o'clock next week because Mr. O has to work. And then the week following, just a warning for everybody here, we will not be live at all after next week. Next week we're here.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now, no live streams because
The entire weekend.
we'll be reading live for people at a public event.
Yeah.
2 days.
So wish us luck because we are hoping to really make an impression there. And some money. Oh, I was supposed to shuffle.
Oh, you gave them to me first? I thought you did.
And I said you shuffle first.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so much fun, wasn't it, Violet? It was really cool. Thanks for being a part of that, of course. Okay, you want to count them?
I guess I can do that. Yes, sir.
We're going to be in Southfield, Michigan, so if you can, we'll post some information about it. 2 days. That would be cool. It's probably a little bit for you because you're up near London or Hamilton. I don't remember. So that would be a long drive just for the day. Yeah, that too. I know that feeling.
Well, I want to make sure it is leaning towards no.
No.
Leaning. It's not a definite no, though, so it's going to depend on a couple factors. I just want to make sure I didn't miss an ace because I shouldn't have. These cards are very clear.
I'm picking up a definite impression.
Well,
It's
yeah.
definitely not a positive no, Marcia. It just may look like that at this time, but there's a card or two I would probably talk about.
I have a thought, too, but...
Okay, so there's the reversed 5 of discs, or pentacles. And then there's the upright hermit. And, of course, we did get one ace, so that tells us that it's a kind of a outside chance, but it's not a total no.
Right, but I wonder here too, things happen when you're in your 50s and your 60s that sometimes are unrelated to what you're doing at all. Sometimes it's just a physical ailment that comes up. I'm wondering here, seeing the Hermit card and seeing the 5 of Pentacles reversed, if maybe some type of surgery or some type of treatments that she needs to take may pull her out of the job for a while. She'll need a recovery period. I almost feel like, this could play into whether she goes back to the job or not. And for some reason, as I look at these cards, I really don't think this is going to happen right away. I just have this feeling, it's just me, Mr. O, that it may be a little bit further down the road.
Well, I'm not exactly sure that the portent is about health problems, but I wouldn't necessarily say it isn't. I get the feeling, though, that there is something there that maybe suggests that on her voyage here, she may decide she wants to play things a little tighter to the vest in terms of how well she gets along, the camaraderie thing we talked about. Like, she might like these people, but maybe she won't really want to get incredibly personable or personal with all of them. And it could just be because maybe she feels, that if she doesn't last there, she doesn't want to really have a lot of attachments that maybe will hurt, Or so it could be, or maybe this is just her thought in general that, attachments that maybe end up, falling apart really make her feel isolated and don't feel good either. But like we said before, I think what it's leaning towards is that it is likely she won't stay there. These could be related to the reasons.
The irony about this is that we had the Tower in the Lenormand, which sometimes speaks of isolation. And we have the Hermit in this one, which definitely does seem to be a retreat or isolating oneself. And I took it with this card to indicate, which the Five of Pentacles reversed is kind of a card of recovery. And so when I looked at the two together, I thought, oh, she's going to need time away for recovery of some sort.
You know, bam.
Well, that's just the way it looked at for me. But I see what you said. It's just that I just feel it's not necessarily job related. I don't know.
Right, and see, now glimmer...
I have one other thought, and I'm just going to throw it out there. I wonder if it's the same. But you got to remember, too, that COVID is still a problem. And, of course, COVID really does spread in educational institutions and schools. And so, depending on when she works her hours, there's a lot of people in the building and a lot of exposure, they're expecting a real resurgence in the fall and winter. So, well, got to keep that in mind, too. She may have to step back for, like I said, maybe that could be related to the job.
My final point would be that maybe she just doesn't want to be incredibly forthcoming about what some of her health situations might be. So, like, for example, the thing about the back or the vertical, maybe she doesn't want to necessarily tip her hand there. A lot of places are at will, and they could just say, well, we don't want somebody that, is going to be a problem for us. So she may also just feel that she has to shelter some of these burdens alone. That's what we have.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I am yawning. I got enough sleep. So that's what we have for you, Marcia. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Marcia.
Good luck for your friend.
Yes.
All right, Lena. I thought Lena had posted a question.
Lena did post
Spirit
something.
reading for future.
All right. So that'll be your deck.
Yes. All right.
Thanks, Lena. You're welcome, Marcia.
Hey, you are welcome. Oh, did you want to shuffle first? Did I shuffle?
We were going to talk about something too, right?
We were.
Should I let you talk through this?
Okay, that's fine. We'll have it here in our deck.
We're having a raffle
the
next
Tarot
week.
for Today logo. So how do you get involved?
form.
So this raffle for this doll is open to people in the United States, and I think we'll ship to Canada. So if Canadians want to get involved, that's fine.
Made by
you can own
Opal
a
Luna,
beautifully
the
crafted
author of Fiber
TFT
Magic.
logo doll created by Opal Luna, who's been joining us on some of our live streams. She was there yesterday. Fiber Magic, who created this for us. And so, you want one? You know you do.
And we haven't done all the updating in our About section, but we're getting there.
So here's what I think we're going to do with YouTube people who want to get involved. You know how you can leave a comment on our page, not in the chat, but on our page? If you leave a comment there and say, I want to be in on the drawing, you're in. So this is your chance to get in on our drawing for the beautiful TFT logo doll.
That's right.
All right.
And I know I got another picture.
And we'll be announcing this. May 15th.
And I
hey,
didn't have...
Kara.
Hi, Kara.
I hope you just heard that, Kara.
And, of course, Kara shows up just as
Sonny
you know
jumps
who
back.
jumps
he
on the
literally
table.
Jumped back right this moment.
Do you have our cat on speed dial or something? Sonny, we talked about this. No,
and
we
he's
didn't.
staring at the screen. I know Kara's here.
Let's see if I can give us a Sunny cam. There he is. There's our boy. Hello, Sun Man.
Say hi to Kara. Say hi. He says, what?
All right, so I'm shuffling, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay, Lena.
Sorry, Lena. We always get carried away when it's sunny. You know that. And Kara. We get carried away.
Carried away.
Kara gets carried away.
They're not around. Actually, Sassy is laying on the couch right now in the living room. Shadow is upstairs.
Yeah, I saw her creeping up the stairs about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I think.
Maybe she's sitting. I have a window open upstairs. She might be there. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know your role. Okay, Lena, you have the Knight of Wands upright.
Ooh, magnificent.
Then, after seeing that nice deer he's riding upright, sadly, we have the Chariot.
No, we have 3.
Reversed.
Chariot reversed. I like that.
Nope, we got 3 cats. And then look what showed up again. The 8 of Swords upright. Okay.
8 of Swords.
Well, this is real interesting, Lena. There's a little bit of push-pull in this reading. So this was a spirit... What was this again? It was a message for future.
Divine message.
Spirit reading about her future. Okay. So... Well...
Yeah, there's definite push-pull here.
Yes, there is. You can't let self-doubt and fear of failure or fear of whatever you're afraid of stop you from moving forward with things in your life. There is a real urge right now to start something new, to create something new in your life, to put your energy and time and motion into something. And so Spirit is saying, though, that, you know, your future, you don't want to let your fears and self-doubts affect your future progress, your future moves. You need to learn to trust yourself more because you have more going for you than maybe you realize.
That Knight is a wand?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, as a Knight of Wand, that is talking about movement and for your question towards the future. So what it's saying is there are things really that are challenging you in the future to make you feel like you are not really ready to pick up and do that. You may actually feel like either you're isolated in a certain way or that you feel somehow information you need is not there. And so the challenge for you in the future may be to either just decide to go ahead anyway, but I think it's more likely the signals are saying you need to hold back and wait a little bit until things become clearer. So in terms of almost anything, but because it's a Knight of Wands, I think it's really talking about your business ambitions more than anything. It could be talking about the relationship potentials. I know you asked about that. But I think it's more about business, that some of the opportunities may be slowing down or making you feel you don't know enough yet to really get invested in them.
Nah, still good. I can't go that way. I see what you're saying, sort of, but I feel this isn't so much about not having information. This is about negative self-talk holding you back. It's that 8 of Swords. And the thing is, with the Chariot's reversed, which is kind of like literally a full stop. You know, like nothing, no progress, no forward movement. You're allowing yourself to get stuck possibly in negative patterns of self-talk that is blocking you from the moves you need to make forward. There is definitely going to be opportunities for growth and advancement, whether it is in relationships or whether it is in business. I do sense like Mr. O, maybe a more business bent to this reading.
It doesn't seem to be talking about your alimony necessarily, but
no.
But I sort of feel that with the blindfolds on, that's why I get the idea that there's knowledge deficit here, that you don't have the information you need?
Yeah, that blindfold's a tricky one. I think where the Two of Swords is concerned, I would agree with you.
Okay.
But I think when I see it on the Eight of Swords, it indicates to me that you're not looking at what's really true. You're believing the self-doubts and the negative thoughts. And the blindfold is just saying you're blinding yourself to who you really are and what you really are capable of.
So whether it is the business things or whether it's about the movement of the alimony process, right now it looks like there's still kind of a slowness there. There's still an unwillingness maybe to totally confront issues or what's going on there.
Sonny is just cleaning himself for Kara, making himself look presentable.
Aw.
He is adorable. He really is. Let's do the Lenormand on that. That would be me. Because let's see if it does focus it one way or another on business or career. Yikes. Well,
so we had the coffin, and then we had the gentleman. Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this, and of course we caught the alimony comment, so I'm actually wondering if this maybe pertains more to that. I'm wondering if maybe something is really going to affect that, like maybe...
well, I can't say one way or another if you're going to get it by the look of those cards, but it could indicate to me that something will be finalized one way or another. You will have the answer. Are you going to get it or are you not going to get it?
Hi, Angel.
So I kind of think that, Lena, it's very unclear to me. But some of this lack of movement forward that I'm seeing here may be because you're waiting for this thing to conclude. And maybe, it's not worth your while to wait and hold yourself back on the chance that this is going to come through for you.
Right, and that message really comes a lot to us from the Chariot reverse, because the Chariot reversed is a sign for people that maybe they need to take a chance and try to be a little bit more proactive themselves, or try to find initiative within themselves to work towards their goals. So this is probably what it's saying is some of this is the amount of proactiveness you can be to move beyond some of the barriers you find there. And it's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to try.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Lena.
Hey, Estelle, you are up. And hello, Angel Rivera. Hey, Angel Rivera. It's on my tablet. How could I do that? Hold on. I'm going to do something. I'm getting out of here for a moment. There it is.
You're welcome.
Oh, now why did it do that? You. Okay. Hey, Angel Rivera, look what came out. Book by Jack Chanick. It's very interesting. It just came out, literally. I had this on pre-order. One of those things I'd forgotten about. And lo, it was in my Kindle this morning. So I was surprised to see that.
All right. So we are waiting on Estelle.
We are.
Give them a few minutes. And I need a cough drop, so I'm going to go and get a cough drop. Conveniently placed on a table, not where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, it looks very cool. Very, very cool. There's some real in-depth looks at the cards themselves. Just a more general overview of the cards individually. I was reading, I just kind of glanced at a couple things because I really didn't have time to get into the book fully. There was a section on reading card reversals that I was looking at that was really nicely done. I'm hoping it will cover more of what it says it does, that it's really about how to read for everyday life. And I like Jack. I like Jack's as writing and his work. So this is going to be, I think, a pretty good book.
I took a shower today, so I don't have pre-odor.
Pre-order. I can't believe I forgot that one. Do I have anything else out there? Only one thing, and it's coming this week, an empath oracle.
I'm teasing. I hope you didn't feel too offended by that. I just figure sometimes spell check is the culprit, so I'm just going with that.
Oh, pre-order. Kara said it. Oh, I didn't see that. I thought you were just making an offhand joke there, Mr.
I'm inspired, or maybe it's perspired.
Asel, are you with us? Where is Asel's question?
Asel.
We're going to move on, Asel. And I may just have to put you at the bottom of the list, so please answer now. I'm writing the name down at the bottom.
So who would be next then?
After Asel would be Deep Shaika.
All right.
Well, let's move on to Deep Shaika, and we will get Asel at the end of the day. And Asel could always leave a question and then go back and review it. We'll do Asel's right before we do Violet's.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And to be fair, we realize that some of the folks are coming from a number of time zones away from us. It's often early in the morning, very early, 3, 4 in the morning for some of the folks. We appreciate you checking us out, but you're always free to leave your question and we'll do it in order, and you can go back and review it, later when you get up the next day or however that works out for you.
Okay, so we're waiting on Deep Shaika's question. You've got a deck. I'll put my cards back here. Okay.
We didn't get their question previously, did we?
I don't think so. Don't think so. But I have to admit, I've been in and out of the chat a bit here.
There you are. Okay, go ahead with your question or type of reading you want.
Yeah, Deep Shaika, go ahead.
Durgesh for you.
Okay.
All right. Current feelings for Durgesh for you. Thank you.
Sonny has flown the coop, I think.
He's gone.
Yeah, he might have went upstairs.
Don't know.
He has cleaned himself up and left.
Must have had a date.
Hot date. With who? Shadow? Maybe.
I don't know about that one.
All I know is Sassy's sleeping here on the couch. So it can't be her.
I think Sassy's narcoleptic sometimes.
No.
Okay, Deep Shaika, your first card is the Two of Wands upright. Then there's a reversed Three of Swords.
Oh.
And then the upright Eight of Wands.
Well, there's certainly a lot of energy going on here. Energy towards healing or better feelings. I don't know. Is there? I assume there is communication between you now, or not. It looks as though if there's not, there very well could be some movement towards communicating once more. I see that with the Eight of Wands. With the Two of Wands, I almost think they're planning something or thinking strongly about doing something.
Well, you've asked about the feelings for you, and I think the feelings seem to include you, that there's like maybe a plan,
Only through
or
chat.
there's a sense of you be fitting into their world. You know, the idea of the Two of Wands is sort of this view of the world, and I get the feeling like you are a part of that. Maybe there is something going on here. Hi, Divine. There is something going on here that says maybe there was different feelings before that were not necessarily the best, but now some of that is changing. There may be better feelings between you and them and you. And there's movement. There's clearly movement. So I'm wondering if really they're hoping to find a way to be more in your world, or be more involved in what's going on with emotional, hard times that either of you may have had or that have shared.
I feel that the communications are a good thing, to try to just keep them going. Seems like there's a lot of positive energy surrounding that right now. So will it lead to something deeper? It's hard to say, but I almost think it's possible. That Two of Wands makes me feel it's possible that things could head in a more, a more progressive direction. But I think for now, keeping the lines of communication open and energy there is particularly important.
I would say that what their feelings are is that basically they are trying to stay connected to you, and that if there are any differences in the past or issues from the past, they're trying to move beyond them and to heal that. And thank you very much for the lovely sentiments, Divine.
Thank you, and happy Mother's Day to you as well.
As well. So let's do the Lenormand for Deep Shaika.
Oh, Divine's a mom.
So we have the birds, followed by the letter.
This is all about what I just said.
Yeah, I think so.
Keeping the lines of communication going. I mean, in a sense, you just said that you're chatting with each other, and that's exactly what this is. It's chat. It's social media.
Yeah, the birds is very much chatter.
The bird is about communication and positive. Well, it's not always positive. It depends on what cards are near it. It could be gossipy. It could be, other things. But with the letter there, I think what it's just saying is, this is important to keep the lines of communication going.
Well, you told us that about the chatting. And so because it comes up here, I think it's saying really that is moving towards some result. And of course, it may be moving quicker than not, or it's moving without impediment. There's just a clear course, even if it isn't super fast. You are moving towards something that may be the inclusion of each other in your worlds, your respective worlds. And that may be that really it's about healing hearts or finding something, heartfelt in each other.
So keep those lines open, keep at it. I don't feel the cards are ready to say that, what this person's feelings really are right now, but that I think that through the communication process, something may happen or develop or quicken here because of, as he said, that Eight of Wands. Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck.
Oh, these are yours?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put them in mine.
They're all mine.
I was going to put them with mine. I don't know why. Hey, you are welcome. Very welcome. Hey, Apple and Eve.
Hi,
You
Apple.
are up. Happy Mom's Day to you.
Happy Mom's Day.
So this week, the deck coming that was back ordered, well, it wasn't back ordered, it was pre-ordered. I have a number of his books. Oh, let's see what we've got. Okay, got it. Thank you, Apple. And we're going to use the Golden Girls Tarot brought out for Mother's Day.
I don't know how many people are fans of the Golden Girls TV show, but we saw the silliest clip yesterday. Sophia and Dorothy were doing Sunny and Cher shtick.
It was cute.
Sophia was Sunny, and they had all the hippie stuff on, and Dorothy's going with her long hair. It was so funny. And they were singing, I Got You, Babe.
Still.
Sunny.
Speaking of Sonny, Sonny is back. So that's all you had to do was say that. So that's why he came back. Look, he's looking at you too, like, you called me? You called me? Well, hi, Jesse. Welcome to the show. If you want to get on the list, we can add you. We're moving right along here today.
Yes, we can add you.
We'll add you to the list. Violet Lotus, our moderator, will get you on there. Thank you.
Thank you for liking. Yes, the
Well,
sun
anyway, I was
is
going to
back.
talk about the back-ordered deck I got as I give these for Mr. O to shuffle. It's by Raven Digitalis, who did a Empath's Oracle. And I have a couple of his empath books, which are really nice. So looking forward to getting to this deck and seeing how I might be able to use that. Sonny's helping with the reading. Well, it's debatable. But he certainly helps with the ambiance. He's gotten out of camera view now, though. Where are you going? Where are you going? Yes, that's right. Unhinge your... Don't bring the set down.
So let's see
Alright.
what comes up.
Is this just the day for this?
Another repeat of
Yeah, we use
the
all
Eight
these
of
different
Swords.
decks, and we keep getting some of the same cards, so there's just a theme here. But along with that, we have the Star. That's really good news. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So 7 and 8 of Swords in this reading, and the Star.
Curious.
All right, so let's see what's popping up for you, Apple. I don't see a clear thing that this is related to, unless it has something to do with your ambitions and success. With the Star being here, is something right now just holding you back from really doing something that you really want to do. Whether you are doubting your abilities to do this, or that you have the skills, the talents, or the resources to be able to pull this off. This says you do. This, I think here with the Seven of Swords is saying, if you really think outside the box, and really think outside the prison walls that you put around yourself, you'll realize that you have what it takes to pull off what it is you desire to do.
Well, I feel like there's something epic here that you're gunning for, that you're thinking about, or that maybe is going to be coming to you. But I think it will bring the sense of, well, go really big, or maybe, bide your time on it. Like maybe you feel there's an inspiration there, and that it would lead you to some really clever ideas, or something innovative, something that nobody else would be able to figure out. But the other side of that is that maybe it might also put you in a position, not necessarily a position of being held back, but just in a position where maybe that effectiveness isn't exactly the way you thought it was going to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but like something that could liberate but could also limit.
Oh, I just read what you said, Divine. That's awesome. Good news. I always like to hear the feedback too, so thanks for that. So whatever it is you are, whatever your goals are, if they are either, to me this looks more career or, business oriented success, not so much personal, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, it looks as though you really just have to trust yourself. You have a lot here, I think this is talking to me. Whenever I see the Seven of Swords in a positive aspect, I don't know why I think about the fox in the Lenormand, that it's very similar in a way that you're crafty, you're smart. It's not about the sneakiness of the Seven of Swords. It's doing things, with your own, with your, God, what am I trying to say here? With your own security in mind and with your own well-being in mind, looking out for number one and doing it in a way that's smart, where you're not really putting anybody out. You're just doing what you need to do to protect your own interests or to move something positive forward. And so in a way, I see this overcoming the self-doubts or whatever may have been stopping you from moving forward.
Well, maybe the idea is that if you go big, no one really expects it. It's just something that they didn't expect of you or think of you. But if you don't go big, then maybe you're going to regret it. You're going to feel like you had an opportunity and you let doubt, hold you back.
All right. Well, looking forward to hearing that. Let's see what the Lenormand, though, can add to this equation.
Okay.
One more shuffle. All right. Oh, wow.
Card 1, the heart. And card 2, the bear. So I guess...
Love yourself. Love and trust that you have the personal power to pull all of this off, It's possible it could also mean, too, that through love, through a partnership, through something like that, that you will, maybe you feel love from others that is inspiring you to go beyond the negative self-talk or the limitations that you put upon yourself.
Well, if there is this big thing that's going on, a project, a new idea that you're inspired with, but maybe have some ideas about it, either way, you really love it is what it looks like. And it brings out really these better aspects in you, the aspects of self-empowering. It really feels like it's something you seriously want to consider if I'm on the handle there with this idea of an opportunity or whatever it is, however you're investing this idea here, this energy.
Well, often the bear is about, as well as personal empowerment. It can be about financial empowerment, being on top of your game financially, everything being put in place. But I feel here that this is about doing something, it's not so much about the financial power. It's about feeling empowered by really being able to pull off successfully something that you love.
It almost sounds like it could be some sort of coup in a way.
In a way.
Definitely talk to us later.
Yeah. Anyway, nice reading, Apple. Good for you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Luck with that. And we're moving on to SP. Hey, SP, you are up. That way.
Oh, nice. We thought about the ladder ourselves. We just can't quite focus that way lately, but we could. We are legal ministers ourselves.
So what are we talking about? There it is. I'm offering frequency healing services and wedding officiant. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we are ministers. We've done weddings. Love weddings.
Not in a while.
We've done memorial services, too, on the other end of things. So, yeah.
Oh, and we did a sort of a baptism.
We did.
That was before we were actually legal, so it was just sort of
That's true.
Celebratory.
Hey, you are welcome.
You're an inspiration too.
All right, we're waiting on SP, a wedding photographer. Wow. I knew a wedding photographer years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Many years ago.
Well, doesn't our hygienist do something with this wedding business?
Maybe, but I was thinking of somebody I knew in high school.
Oh, okay.
You know them too.
No, you didn't lose your sound.
We were lip syncing to each other. We did get SP's questions. Sorry.
Well, pardon us.
They asked what K&K's family thinking about marriage proposal. Will they get in touch this week? I couldn't stop
hi
him.
there, son man. You just had to do it, didn't you?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, come on. Have a seat. Have a seat, sweetie.
He knows better.
He won't.
Hey, nobody wants to see your butt. Turn around. There. Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay. We'll get right to it, SP.
Sorry, SP.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Tarot del Toro.
And thanks, Violet. Keep us straight. My gosh.
Or try to.
Good luck with that. All right. I must be way behind.
I don't know.
It's probably because I went out and came back in again. I'm going to do it again, though, just to see what happens, see if I get caught up. Well, yeah, they're sunny now, so I guess I'm caught up more.
He hopped like a little rabbit. Before I knew it, he was right there in my lap, just about.
He just drooled or something on my list.
Ew.
And wouldn't you know, he drooled on Kara's name. I am not making this up.
Serve you right, Kara. Oh, you probably like it. He likes you, though, that's for sure. We're all ignoring everyone's post.
It's true, Kara. Pick it up and show.
See that little dark shadow there? It's not shadow, it's sunny.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Where's our antiseptic? Tarot del Toro.
Okay, so
K&K's proposal, the family,
thinking
how
about
are
it.
they thinking
Will they
about
get
it?
in touch this week? We may have to do a yes/no, but let's see if we get a sign.
So our first card is Justice, upright. Looks a little scary.
Well, it's really interesting in this reading.
The next card is the reversed King of Discs. And then there's the Moon reversed. And I'm just going to say right off the top of the hand, probably it looks like there's something about money situations that maybe are not coming across to each party here. That's the King of Discs reversed. With the idea of justice there, it's sort of that sense of looking at that. The key here in this maybe is the Moon reversed, because it may be indicating upset feelings or emotional dis-ease. So it may be that you will hear from them, or you may not, but that maybe some of this is about some of the parameters of the proposal, how they look about your viability in this situation.
Well, I like that. I'm going to throw out an additional idea, but I like what he said here. It is very clear to me that with Justice upright, they are definitely weighing this. They are considering, the pluses, the advantages, the disadvantages, the pluses, the minuses. They're really looking it over. That's the Justice card. The King of Discs, to me, if it doesn't indicate them weighing something about you, whether you're viable enough or what there's something to do with materiality, something to do with that involved in this question, or even I might add, if they really think this is a healthy thing to accept this proposal, I could think that this could be somebody in that family that maybe is a little bit stubborn and maybe is the person that is the harder sell on this. It could be a male figure in the family that might be driving more of a hard bargain here. But the moon is reversed here, and what I want to say about that, SP, is that I have a feeling you are going to hear soon. I don't know if it will be necessarily this week, but I have a feeling it's going to be soon, because the moon is saying, when it's reversed, that something's about to be revealed. So I think we need to do the Lenormand just, Mr. O, because it might point to some more issues about this.
All right.
Well, Asel, you're here, but we've got you on the bottom of the list now. So if you can't wait, you need to type your question, and Violet will give it to us, and we'll read for you later. We've had a number of people come in since, and we just have to put you at the bottom of the list now.
As just maybe an idea for you, too, if you do arrive early but don't know that you can stay to wait, you could write the question, and we will do it in order, and then you can just come back and look at it, at your leisure.
Yeah. Because we've moved on quite a bit past now, so...
Okay, so...
So we're sorry.
SP, I'm going to pull the Lenormand for you. We'll still do your reading.
Oh, absolutely.
So, SP, you get the Sun, which is a nice card, of course. And it's followed by the Stars.
Oh, my goodness. Well, SP, I do think this speaks of, hopefully, that this is going to be acceptable and that they will work it out. Somebody may have their doubts. Somebody may be stubborn a little bit. But the Sun is a very, very positive sign of success. And with the Star, there's hope here. There's positive energy here.
To like possibly, and right, so you have the Sun, the Moon,
right,
and the Stars. So to possibly sum this up, it may be that the proposal is mostly being ill-considered or maybe stubbornly considered by maybe just one person, and that maybe more other people who matter in this decision are more favorable.
We'll have more of the say in the matter. But it is interesting.
Oh, that's right, yes. There's of course, thanks, Violet, there's a couple on the Sun card.
Yeah.
And funny, it's funny you mention it, Violet, because I was looking at the numbers again, like 16 and 31. 16 and 31 is 47, and 4 plus 7 is 11, which is 2.
I think it's very positive. I'm hoping it works out for you. Seems more
positive, yeah.
You have to keep us posted. Please let us know how this turns out.
I want to know.
And wishing the best for you with that. Good luck.
All right, so then we're going to move on
to Kara.
I want to drool on it.
Well, I'm glad we had a positive love reading today. We've had some rather difficult news to give people in recent live streams, so it's always good to get something pleasant like that.
General, all right.
All right. This one. Listen, purr boy.
Okay, so you're going to be a few readings from now. You'll be near the end, actually. Hope you'll be able to catch up with that.
Yeah, Violet doesn't have you on the list, but you're going to be after Jessie, and then we'll do Violet.
And of course, if anybody else shows up and we decide to keep the list open at that point, that could change it too. But
well, I'll put you before the others that come in now that you're here. But it's the way we got to do it. All right.
That one was certainly good, I think.
Oh, yeah. So there aren't too many more, really. As long as nobody else comes in a cell, you will be 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth person, the fifth reading.
Okay, Kara.
Well, look what came up in this deck.
Another moon reversed.
Followed by
The devil reversed.
followed by, you ready for this?
No.
You are.
Ah, the sun upright.
So you have the sun and the moon too in your readings.
And look, she has devil horns.
That's a halo. It's just got.
No, they're devil horns. I'm sure of it. Look at them. That's
it
not a halo.
probably
That's
is.
devil
I'm sure
horns.
you're right. All right, let's take a look at this. This is very awesome. I think, things that have been holding you down, things that you felt in a way bondage to, they might be habits that have been holding you back. It might be situations or people that you feel have been stifling you in some way. You're going to finally feel liberated and released. And it may be because of some information or some knowledge that you gain. It's possible that your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom tells you, it's time to enact changes and free yourself from the things that have been holding you back. And guess what? Once you do that, look at that. The success is there for you. Things are going to start looking better. Everything is going to be happy, joy. Success could be assured.
Well, the other thing, too, is that the sun card, in its own way, is also about finding out things, just as the moon
That's right.
reversed is. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different tack, because I'm looking at that devil reversed as the lodestone here, and I'm thinking maybe this card is suggesting that in the near future, there's going to be some involvement. I don't know that it's relationship potentials, but I won't say that it's not. But I sort of feel like you're going to feel like you're torn between two things. Maybe it's two people, or maybe it's two qualities about people, or two situations about something. And one, of course, is this idea of, the moon reversed, maybe something from a darker side of the moon that maybe is looking appealing, the devil, card. And then there's the sun with the devil.
So that's why you're saying torn between two. I see what you're saying.
These dynamic forces of the moon and the sun may be representing polar opposites, either within people, situations, relationships, choices to make. And you have to be really careful that you don't choose the wrong thing, of course. That's everything. But maybe some of this is leading you towards what the physical betterment of that choice is, rather than maybe something that's a little bit more abstract and not, money necessarily, or something like that. Power.
So basically, though, you're dealing with people here, the choices between...
Well, I think it could also be broader than people. I don't think it's necessarily people.
Right, so it basically is about, to what I've said, that something that, something that may be restricting or holding you back, maybe... well, I see what you're saying. You have a choice here. You have a choice to allow it to, still have a hold on you, like you said, the dark side of the moon. I'm just going to use your analogies now for my thing, because I do see that in a way. Mm-hmm. Or you have the choice here to let the light in, to let, to illuminate yourself and realize that these things have been roadblocks to your progress. And so the choice is yours. You can stay where you are, or you could move now into the light.
And a lot of times I am getting like maybe more of a symbolic reading from the cards and their archetypal natures.
Sure.
That's why I sort of view the devil as choices, and the sun and the moon is more archetypal about darkness and light, despite their reversal or not reversal quality. But I also see what Banshee was saying too about, her reading.
So whatever resonates on that one, but I feel that that's what's going on here, is there's going to be a liberation. There's just a new outlook and an attitude I think you're heading towards, hopefully.
And it's like I've processed it so much it's cheese. Another tower. I know this one's been coming up too.
This time I really think I know what this means, so I'll go first.
Oh. Indeed. So the coffin is informing the tower. The tower came first, the coffin second.
For all I know, this could be about relationships, Kara, because in a way, one way or another, whether it's about relationships or just maybe you've come to the realization that, you've been isolated for too long or alone for too long, and you're craving more interaction with others. Because I feel here the end to isolation or aloneness is coming. Isolation or aloneness is coming to an end. So I feel here that this might be a time to be more out there, more shining your light in front of others.
Well, I also wonder too if maybe there is a status quo change in your environment right now that ends or changes in a certain way that maybe precipitates this. Like maybe you move into a new environment for some reason. Maybe it's not necessarily a home, but maybe it's an environment of activity, and that creates that change or end of the previous one, maybe opening you up to meet new people or have new situations develop.
That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
Yay.
And Mr. O is cheesy. I'm just going to say
I'm the cheesiest.
Thank you. All right. We are on Angel Rivera.
You're welcome.
All right. Mozzarella.
I like mozzarella a lot. I like the way when you melt it, it just has that body to it, especially on nachos and stuff like that. I know people use mozzarella on nachos. I know that, even though it's Italian Mexican. I know that. I do. I know that.
I just like a good aged cheddar. That's me. Or so a lot of people don't like Swiss cheese or Gruyere.
Provolone, yes.
I do like it, and if it's more aged, the better. So I do like that too. There's nothing like a grilled ham and Swiss cheese sandwich.
Well, I remember in my somewhat vegetarian days, there was a place on the Wayne State campus I used to go to, and they used to make a provolone sandwich. And I might have had some other cheeses and mix in it. Oh, it was so good. Who are we waiting for?
Angel Rivera.
Angel.
I know. I have a friend who absolutely hates it, loathes it. And I'm like, why? I have met very few cheeses I don't like, but I'll have to tell you, you guys are going to probably cringe when I say this. I do not like blue cheese. I just don't.
My father, the good German that he was, half German, used to love that damn stinky cheese. Limburger?
Munster?
No, it's Limburger.
Limburger. Oh, Limburger.
And he would get that stuff and everything would smell. Oh my God. It was really nasty.
So is Angel Rivera stepped out, or is he here?
See, Violet's with you. Which, blue cheese or Limburger?
I don't like feta that much either.
I like feta. Let's just finish the show by talking about cheese.
All right, Angel Rivera, we're waiting on you.
Who's after Angel? We should prepare them.
We'll just prepare. Divine, you will be next after Angel.
I think Divine already wrote a question. I like blue cheese. I don't think I overly like it. Like I can't have it everywhere, but I like it in dressings, on salads, and I think I've had it on hamburger. It's not the
Oh,
thing.
he wanted a card for Spirit's message today.
Ah, okay. Are you sure about that?
Yes, I saw it. He
What?
said he may have to step. He might have to step out. So
That's
I
right,
did
he
catch
did.
that.
I remember that. So for you, Angel, I'm going to use the Tarot del Toro,
And top and bottom.
top and bottom. That sounds like a wine we used to drink in the 70s when we were in college.
No, but I drank some really chintzy cheap wines back then.
Well, I believe the saying was top and bottom was they took the sludge off the bottom and the scum off the top or something weird. And we laughed to drink the wine anyway. Toe cheese? I don't think I want that one.
Oh no.
And we should stop now because it's only going to get worse if you keep going on with cheese.
I make a great mac and cheese.
You do. It's your mother's recipe.
Yes. And I make a pretty darn good grilled cheese. Mr. O doesn't complain.
Violet, when are you going to have lunch? I'm hungry now. I think we need a Star Trek replicator so I can have all of that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so you can just get your coffee on demand, too. But that's what a Keurig.
I already get my coffee on demand.
I wish we had a Keurig.
All right, so the curious thing about this deck is that, as far as I can tell, the pips are meant to be read as upright all the time. So you have the Three of Wands from the top, and then from the bottom, you have the reversed Fool.
Well, I think to avoid misadventures or to avoid, maybe this isn't saying that right now is not a time to take risks, but that this is instead a time to plan and strategize for the future. Whether this is with your personal goals or whether this is at work, this is a time for planning and strategizing.
It could be saying, too, that some of the things that you've been planning on, you may find that they're not really going to succeed, or they're going to need more help, or in some ways they're just not going to be as effective as you would like. That's the Fool reverse.
Well, the 3 is a funny card because the 3 is kind of like, well, a ship is coming in. I know something's coming. I've achieved something. But, you have the Fool here reversed. And so I'm wondering here, and also the 3 is like, so something's coming in, and so you're planning what your next moves or steps are going to be. I think here he's right that maybe something that you have been working on, or that or that has been going on at work, is not coming out the way it was expected. And so now is a time to regroup, to replan, and make sure you're on the right course again. Right?
It's Angel. He just likes top and bottom.
Well, we do that for Gina, so I've done that.
We do that for Gina,
with,
too,
yeah.
yes. So.
Yeah.
So that's why there's no third card. But
Yeah,
there will be
he
a
wanted a single card from Spirit, I think.
He did.
Yeah.
Or somebody told us that.
I did.
It's your fault.
Mr. O.
Yeah, Violet
Get a
said she didn't
card
know
for
that too.
Spirit message today. Okay?
Okay, so I'm going to do the Lenormand now, which is an additional 2 cards, also top and bottom. And the first card is the Cross. And the second card is the Ring.
Yeah, so basically something that some goal or project that, you had some commitment towards, or maybe even, if it's your workplace had a commitment towards, is probably causing a lot of grief and anxiety because things are not working out the way people thought it would.
Do you think it's connected to that?
I do.
Yes, me too.
I totally do.
It could be that this is, whether it's a personal plan, goal, or something related to your work, or something else that's more vocational that you're involved in. It seems like you're going to find that there's more trouble here to stick with it in some ways.
Right. So it's possible here
That's
that you
the
have to, with the Fool too, that the powers that be or you
pulling the plug
have got to pull the plug on it and figure out what's the best course to take. It's not a matter of failure so much as it is that, we're not getting the results we expected. So why don't we look at this again and retool this and move forward from there? And that's kind of what I see.
So that's what we have for you, Angel.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Whoopsie.
And that means we're on Divine.
We're on Divine You.
And Divine had a question, right?
I think so. Did they?
Yes, I saw it. I don't remember.
For a serious message from spirit guides or angels.
You want to use a deck?
It's my turn, isn't it? I will. All right.
And earlier today, Banshee's Material Matters was on.
Oh my goodness, interesting readings in the material world this week. So check them out if you have a chance. It's for the material financial forecast for the week ahead.
Don't forget to watch my Goth Tarot on Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Okay, so again, if anybody wants to get in the drawing for the TFT logo doll, just post a comment in the other section on our YouTube channel and we'll get you in the drawing. But you have to live in the U.S. or Canada for us to do that.
I thought the stock market had rallied a little bit from the other week or so.
No, it tanked again.
Oh.
It went up, and I was really pleased to see that. And then the next 2 days, in the toilet.
Boy, sounds like something we've been through before.
Yeah.
Ugh is right.
Shuffle. All right. Oh, it looks like my light is fading. My batteries are going. Well, Divine.
Oh, look at that, Divine.
Got the
Angels are
wheel.
with you.
The Wheel of Fortune
The
is
Wheel of
upright.
Fortune.
The Emperor is
The
upright.
Emperor.
Well, and the King of Cups is reversed. Looks like luck and timing is on your side, and you should move forward with the confidence of the Emperor right now. Move forward with the confidence that you have everything in control right now. Your destiny, is in your control. You're not just flying by the whims of fate here. I feel like fate is working for you because right now everything just seems to be very much in control in your life. Well, almost everything. We have the King of Cups here, and the King of Cups still indicates there might be some lingering sorrows or sadness from something that's still affecting you in some way. But truly, I think the message is here that right now you've got a lot going for you, and it's basically because of your own efforts.
Well, I agree with a lot of this. I think that these two cards are just fabulous, Divine. I think angels, spirits, whatever they are saying green light. There's a lot of energy and cohesion forming in you To me, though, the King of Cups may just be saying that to some degree this may limit or blunt some of your emotional capacity, that maybe a lot of this is about driving yourself towards success. And, you know, sometimes when we're involved in high stakes success things, there's no room for feeling sorry for somebody. So I'm not saying you're going to be hurting somebody in your drive to success, but it may be that some of the emotionality that you normally would have will be blunted a little bit, because you're really going to be working on some very successful operations. That's what the angels are saying, I think, is that they're motivating you with success, because I think you've shown this to us too, that these are the things that motivate you the most, that you're the most interested in, is achievements.
Yeah, and well, I would say here too that, you know, we have to take care of ourselves emotionally as well. You know, in the high stakes business world, whatever your business you're in, it can take a toll on our emotions that we don't always recognize. And so even though things may be going splendidly well in this area of your life, how is it making, you know, how are you feeling at the end of the day, at the end of the week? Has it taken a lot out of you? Has it drained you in some way, or has it reinvigorated you? You know, I guess that's really where I'm going.
You know, another way of looking at this now that it dawns on me is that the message from the angels or the spirits is saying that to some degree there is a sacrifice or a misbalance between achieving some goals and then achieving emotional happiness too. And so it's a reminder maybe that the emperor can do everything really if he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
So don't forsake, you know, emotionally healthy things for you too. I know you don't want to, of course.
And Sunny is purring away. All right, well, Mama needs her hand back because she's got to get the Lenormand out there. All right. And you're welcome, Angel. It was interesting as always.
Yeah, it was. I hope you get something out of that.
Wish your better half a happy Mother's Day, Angel Rivera.
Oh, yes, right. The whip.
You know, it's funny, you have the Wheel of Fortune divine you, and you have the Clover in the same reading, which is really, you know, they're both in their own ways about luck and timing and everything. And I really feel where I felt here that this wasn't so much about luck as it was about the fact that your fortunes now have good luck has come to you, or fortune, but it's through your own efforts. It looks as though this cycle, this energy that's around you, this positive energy right now, could be bringing real, true, opportune luck to you, the unexpected, you know, out of the blue, kind of a lucky circumstance coming to you soon.
Well, I want to take that
Play the lottery.
I want to take that as a message from angels and spirits too, that the idea that although you are in command and you know what to do to keep the wheel spinning for you, random luck can still come and actually do big things for you that you weren't expecting.
I feel like this is a really fortuitous sign for you, Divine, that things are starting to fall in place for you, you know, but you still have to watch yourself emotionally and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself to make sure you are as emotionally as enriched as you are in the other parts of your life.
The whip is speaking to the idea of very decisive and swift change.
So good luck. I don't even have to wish you good luck. They are wishing you good luck.
Good luck, Divine.
Awesome reading,
It
Divine.
is a really good reading. All right.
Maybe it's just picking up on your energy, of the good meeting that happened. I don't know, but things are looking up for you, Divine. All right, hey, Jesse, are you still with us? It is your turn. Thanks for joining us. And it's your cards.
Yes, I think I'll go back
And then
to the
after
Egyptian.
Jesse is Acel. So Acel, if you're here, you could prepare your question. And
Go right
then
ahead,
Violet
Jesse.
Lotus. And it looks like we'll be done.
Acel did give us the question, what kind of jobs will they work on in the
Oh,
future?
okay. Oh, Ramen Deep is here. Well, you know what? We'll put you after Acel, Ramen Deep. We'll get you in today. Why not?
You're welcome, Divine. And yeah, we'll do a question for you, Ramen Deep. Right now we're on Jesse, who is asking, which option has big possibility for the career goal? 1, AJ, or 2, JB, company initial name? Or none of the
above. Well, all right. Want to do the 2 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Because that might even say none of the above. If they both don't look good.
Okay, I'll let you guide that.
I will.
All right, Jesse.
All right, we're going to throw 2 cards for AJ and 2 for JB and see how they match up against each other. And we'll also throw some Lenormand. I think we should throw the Lenormand for each 2 in this case.
All right.
And it might tell us if they're one is better than the other or if neither of them look good.
Thanks, Divine. Happy Mother's Day.
You are very welcome, Divine.
I'll let you do those.
Okay.
2 and 2.
Yep. Okay.
AJ.
So the first one is AJ. Let's tackle that first. The first card I drew was the Princess of Cups reversed.
And that's like the Page of Cups in most decks. One moment. And it is reversed.
And then the second one I drew is the Prince of Pentacles reversed.
And so
for
that's like the
coins.
Knight of Pentacles reversed.
Well, let's look at those. Let's look at this first. So I'm not sure this one is necessarily a good choice. It may be that something is... It either is not going to pay off as well, or it may not give you the challenges you're seeking, or the fulfillment deep within that you are seeking.
Well, you may know otherwise, but I sort of feel there's like a real sluggishness with that Knight of Pentacles reversed, and it may be that that either there's slow growth in this job, and that maybe moving ahead will take a while. That maybe there's just too many people to move ahead of in terms of other kinds of jobs there, and maybe because it's the Page of Cups reversed, it's just not feeling very satisfying emotionally. It just the idea that you're not going to progress as fast as you might like to, or that maybe there's just other things that really seem to be holding you back there in some ways.
All right, so let's look at the other one, JB. Oh my gosh. I pulled the Sun upright, first card.
The Sun?
But then there is the Prince of Cups reversed, which is interesting too.
And that's like the Knight of Cups.
So it looks like there could be more success for you on this job, the second job, but it might be a little bit more emotionally draining on you in some ways. There might be a little bit more stress. There might be a little bit more, there just might be a little bit more anxieties associated with this job.
Well, I wonder if this just could be saying that work environment doesn't seem as friendly in a way, that this would not be the kind of place where you might have friendly relationships with too many people. There might just be very business-like attire, but at the same time, it's poised towards success. So maybe the idea is that everybody's really motivated to work towards their goals and less with camaraderie. It could just be, too, that maybe people are very competitive there, but the way for you to achieve is more clear in that respect.
All right, what I want to do, okay, so one question for you though, Jesse. So you would probably accept either of these jobs if they offered it to you, right? You're wondering which one would be better, or are you wondering which one will come through for you? We could maybe do, I would be curious, I think I'm leaning towards the second job, the JB as coming through for you. But we might do a yes/no on that to be sure. Let's toss the Lenormand first and see if
with
we
that
get
first
clues.
one, AJ, maybe that slowness that I was talking about in respect to the job is also, too, about the idea that it's taking a long time for them to come across to you. Hi, Violet Ann.
We should include Violet Ann.
Absolutely. I think we'll close the list with Violet Ann. And Violet Ann, yes, thank you. What's the best time to drop in on your show during the week? Because for a few weeks now, we've both been trying to figure out if we can get over there. So if you could just write that into the chat, good times to drop in on your show, and we'll see if we can do that, because we want to do that.
Do we not get notifications?
We do, but sometimes they're just at times of the day when we're not available. So I want to try to look ahead.
Okay. What? Okay.
Is that the first card?
Yes.
The fox.
It's for this.
Oh.
We're doing one for each, I had said.
Okay.
So this is what's flipping me out here. Because now it looks like this job could come through for you. I mean, they could make you an offer eventually. But as Mr. O said, could this be because they're so sluggish, the other job might come through for you first? They could definitely give you an offer because the fox is about a place of employment and success, which means they could give you this offer, thanks. I really feel. But there's something I just am not sure if you're going to be totally happy there, with what I said with the other cards. And so maybe you're going to have to weigh if this is really going to be worth your while. Will there be some salary or benefit issue you're not going to be happy with? Or will it be something else, as you work there that you will find out later? Well,
we thought that the Tarot's sun for Job 2, JB, looked really good. And then, of course, we get Lenormand's sun referencing to AJ. And it's similar in a way. I echo what she says here, is that maybe something will pull through. I'm thinking now that maybe there's just a slow track with either of them in that respect, though.
I want to pull this back in, and because I want to see if they're going to come up for the other job. I mean, it seems like you might be very qualified for either of these to work out for you.
We'll just have to see then, Violet Ann. That's fine. I just realized that, we've been trying to do that and we hadn't gotten around to it, so we will. Good luck. What do you got? Oh, the ring.
Well, okay. There's a little bit of clouds for this last.
So the first Lenormand was the ring, but it was followed by the clouds. And of course, the clouds could be talking about obstacles or troubles or ways of finding your way to something. And of course, that something is the commitment. So it may be that they're sort of driving a different kind of bargain for you. They're making it harder for you to want to accept. Maybe it's not within your salary needs or requirements, or maybe there's other reasons why that commitment is maybe harder for you. Is that what you're getting?
Well, I look at the clouds a little bit differently. This is, I suppose it would be the light side facing the ring.
Oh.
But I'm not really sure here. What I really want to say about this is that there may be some confusing elements to the contract or the agreement or something that kind of you really need to look into more with the second job. They might be willing to offer you the job, but there may just be some things about the contract or the commitment itself that you need to find out more about and look into before you sign on the dotted line.
Don't let vagary, be cast aside. Look for specifics.
So let me try to make sense of this for you. I almost feel here with the way things are looking, and this is going to probably flip you out a little bit, Jesse, that this first job seems to be the one that will probably contact you and make you an offer that might be reasonable, but there's something about the job itself, and I almost feel like it's once you're there, like maybe this is going to be a stepping stone for you, that maybe you won't stay, that there are just things about it that will not make you happy long term. This is my opinion.
There's not a lot of growth there, which is something
that's what you had said, and I see how that fits in. The second job, there may be more prospects for you to find success and joy at, but you got to really look at the fine print of that job to make sure everything is what you expect it to be before you sign on to it.
And I realize you say they've been taking their time getting back to you, but if it happens within the next several weeks, that's when Mercury goes retrograde, and the signing of contracts can be problematic. Not necessarily, but it really behooves you to make sure any contracts or agreements you really look over well, like Banshee's saying here.
So that's what we have for you. I hope that helps a little bit. Feel free to come back and, we can try to explore one or both of these more for you if you haven't heard anything from them yet by the next time we're live. We're live Thursdays. We're live next Sunday. So please feel free to come back.
Yeah, we are live twice a week, like today. So do consider coming back and asking us more.
Interesting readings. So.
You're very welcome, Jesse.
All right.
Good luck.
You are welcome.
We wish
yes,
you luck.
Best of luck to you. We know a few people who are desperately seeking jobs right now, and we're wishing them the best as well.
Wishing everybody luck.
All right, Estelle, you are up.
And we're waiting for their question. They asked about...
Yes, they did.
Do you have that?
No, but I can find it.
I can find it too, because they're purple. There it is. What kind of jobs will I work on the future?
In the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we can get for that. I guess I'll use this one again. Okay, so after Estelle is Ramandeep, Violet Ann, and then Violet Lotus.
Happy Mother's Day. My hair's dry, as in dried out. I should have used more conditioner or something.
My hair has been dry lately, too. I was wondering if it was my illness that's causing that to happen, but it might be the environment in here. I've been running that humidifier because we still have the heat on certain days. Not today. It's warming up in here today. We might open the doors after we're done with the stream. Get some fresh air in here for the cats. They love to watch the birds outside.
Oh, look at that. Jesse subscribed. Thank
Yay!
you, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
Hope to see you again. Absolutely. Okay. So the Nine of Cups is reversed. The Knight of Wands is reversed. Everything's reversed. Why? In a reading about careers, I think here, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm not seeing anything that specifically points to a job or a career you might be interested in working. I feel here, though, that there there is definitely a need for you to find something that you will find emotionally and spiritually fulfilling for you. It's something that maybe is not so much about the money, and maybe something that doesn't have a really hectic, crazy pace. It's something that really has to fulfill you within. Because if you don't feel good about where you're working or what you are doing, you may fail at it. So I want to add one more thing. I know you're ready to chomp in. What I might suggest is that maybe this is a call for you to look at more service-oriented jobs.
I get the idea from the cups that, yes, this could be the kind of thing that maybe doesn't feel like there's a lot going on here. I wonder if the Knight of Wands reversed is maybe giving the idea that a job for you would probably be something without a team around you. Like you might be working singly without people, or maybe just in a situation where there's not a lot of communication between people. I sort of feel like these kind of things are not well suited for you. You probably need to be somewhere where you do have more interaction with people. This is not really telling me what kind of job so much as telling me what you wouldn't like, maybe things that don't seem to have emotional resonance for you. You want to do something that you can really feel good about.
Right. I think that's more important than anything here indicated. Although when I look at the Knight of Wands reversed, it might also indicate to me too that you don't want to do a lot, or I think something that would involve a lot of extensive travel or movement, or something where you would have to move to work, is not for you either. I mean, I can go that far, but I'm not getting a clear picture here on a type of career. And
maybe the Lenormand will help us with that.
It's possible, but I'm not sure that's going to help. Let's see.
It could just be this is not really a time that the cards are going to give us that answer. I hate to say that because it just sort of seems that way.
I want to try possibly one other thing quickly, but let's see what the Lenormand can add, because maybe it won't be necessary. Oh, that's really weird. Here.
So we have the ring, and then we have the key.
Which doesn't say much either to me, other than, you need to commit to something that, and when you find this career, you have to make a commitment. And maybe right now you're kind of floundering because you haven't I think what it is saying is the key is you have to commit to something that you truly, from your heart, want to do. You have to decide what it is that you want to do that will really bring you joy and fulfillment. And I really feel this is something that, of course, everybody needs to make a good living to meet their needs to live in the world today. But don't make money the object of what you're going to do. Make it about your heart. Make it about your soul, and make it about what makes you feel good inside.
I think that's why we were getting these cards up here that are really vague about actual physical ideas about employment or things that could be vocational. They're really talking more about feelings and or situations that rely upon feelings between people. And so I think this is saying that to some degree, your heart isn't really into the idea of just getting any job. And it's like what Banshee said, you need to be able to find the way to commit to the thing you like. And just thinking about some vague things that might come to you isn't doing it. You have to really investigate more to the point where something that does come to you clicks in a certain way, or just it does because of other reasons, because you chose to find that rather than it find you, and you thought, well, maybe I can do that. It's not going to satisfy you unless it's something you put that effort into.
Okay, well, keep that in mind. Thank you, Ramen Deep, for that. Keep that question up there. So, I want to do something else because I'm torn between two things here. Either Spirit, the cards are telling you that it is because you just can't decide on what it is that really would fulfill you, that they're being vague here, or I want to rule out the service aspect of it. Because I feel strongly here that maybe this is saying you need to be in more of a service profession rather than something that's in the big world of, say, finance or industry or things like that. Something that serves the common good in some way. So let's see. Give me the Lenormand back and give me the cards back. Let's do a yes/no real quick. And yes, ask if a cell should follow the path of a service-oriented job. At least we might be able to narrow it down that far. And if it says no, I think what then these cards were saying is you really have to think this through more of what it is that really excites you, makes you feel good. What is a job that you really want to work 9 to 5 at every day? And sometimes these cards can be so specific, and then at other times, not so much.
This is a count, right?
Yes. You want me to do it or you?
You can do it.
All right. What? Not a single ace in this reading.
Have you been holding back on us?
No. So what's really ironic about it is the Nine of Cups reappeared again, and that was the first card in the reading, and it's reversed again. So let's take a look at these, Asel, because I really believe firmly about something here. The Nine of Cups is reversed. The Knight of Swords is the only upright card, and the Eight of Wands is reversed as well. And so what is this telling me? It's telling me no to the service job. Maybe that's not what the other reading was about. The other reading is about the fact that you really haven't pulled from your heart what it is that really fulfills you and will make you happy to go to work every day, and where you should, work for the rest, what kind of profession you should work in for the rest of your life. So let's look at this, because right now there's dissatisfaction and a feeling of unfulfillment, a feeling of, I don't feel fulfilled in what I'm doing, or I can't find a right path. The Knight, is that the Knight?
Yep.
You betcha. The Knight of Swords is saying it's time. It's time for you to stop scattering your energy and start focusing on what it is you truly feel you should be doing with your life. This is saying it's time to make that decision. The cards can't make it for you. You have to make it, because only you know what truly fulfills you deep inside. And I really feel these cards are saying you need to go for that. You need to go for things that will make you feel happy. So many people work in jobs that are unfulfilling, and they just are there 9 to 5 like zombies going through their day. I don't think that's the path for you.
The Knight of Swords says this really is an obligation to you in a way to take this challenge and go on this path. This is about really forging a project or some goal. It's like conquering it. This is really you getting definitive, I need to do that. Maybe it's motivated by the fact that, of course, nothing else is seeming to feel good for you, and you're not finding anything else up until this point. And sometimes I also feel that the Eight of Wands really talks about wasting your energy, wasting your resources, and saying these things are not doing anything for you. You have to take charge of what it is you really want. It's not going to come to you. Whatever does come to you will just never quite satisfy you.
The energy is scattered, and you need to focus it now on the one area you feel you could be successful at or feel fulfilled at. And I feel that that answer is in you. So whether it's a hard decision that you're going to need to go back to school if you want to follow a certain path, or you need more skills and training somehow to do this, to bring this about, or that maybe you need to set off on your own and build your own business, whatever the case may be, I think it's time to make a decision. That's the best we have for you today, Asel. Wish I could be clearer. But I think the cards are saying that answer is right here in that heart of yours. And you need to find it. And you need to go with what your heart's desire is, career-wise.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
Okay, we're going to move on to Robin D, who's asking about that Cancer fellow in the gym.
Yep.
I remember that one.
So are you still seeing the Cancer fellow in the gym?
Must be.
Hopefully.
I'm going to use my Adrian Tarot. Okay. Oh, you have never spoken to him. Okay. But I thought there was like something sort of giving you vibes, vibrations, like that there was something. Or maybe I don't remember that.
I thought we had some positive things about that. We did in the past.
I thought we did, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Is that the 9? No, it's the 7. So there's a reversed 7 of Cups.
Okay.
There's an upright 2 of Cups.
My goodness.
And then there's the reversed Justice. So a part of me says maybe there's an interest, but I wonder if they're conflicted because maybe they already are in a relationship or they're working on another one. That would be the Justice there. Or maybe they're coming out of a relationship. Maybe they've been divorced or have ended a relationship. But you're asking about the feelings for you, and I sort of feel like they feel there's something trusting about you, something harmonious. Maybe they feel, too, that 7 of Cups reverse says they feel you are looking or that you are choosing, that you are moving closer to some vibration that you've been experiencing, maybe a choice. Maybe they wonder if you have a fair way of looking at them.
This is a really tough call for me because some of the cards are very positive here, but it's not all that optimistic to me because I almost feel like here they may not be thinking about you and it's basically because they've already made a decision and are in a relationship. So I'm almost feeling the opposite here because this is about making choices and decisions. And this is about a relationship. And if you guys are not talking to each other at all, I can't help but wonder here if that they've already have something going on in their life. And therefore, there's the scales are unbalanced. They're not really considering you at this time.
Justice
reverse.
It's possible that I was thinking there was a hope there, but I sort of get what she's saying here, and I
Well,
do feel
I could change my mind on this, but I want to see the Lenormand, I think. So let's do that before I really say. But to me, when I was looking at that, that's kind of what I got out of the cards, what my first instinct was.
I mean, I could still see a little bit of vagary, and these days sometimes people do not tell the truth about other conflicting relationships. So I would hope that would not be the case, with somebody that maybe you could be interested in. So let's see what our Lenormand card says. And the first card was the Moon, and then it was followed by the Tree.
Well, again, this is a tough call for me here. Now, those two are very positive cards, but is it because they are in a relationship, a romance right now that's kind of got roots? They're kind of settled in this relationship right now, and so that's why they're not moving forward? Or is this saying to me that there is a potential here that something could develop later on? So, I don't know. You feel like there might be something there. You feel attached. So, all I can say to you is that, it wouldn't hurt to try to strike up a conversation in some way with this person to just see what you feel from that. But my sense about this is that they might already be involved.
Well, it's interesting to note that the Moon card in the Lenormand could be talking about romance in a way.
Yes.
But I think it's also interesting to note, it's something about the Moon. I'll come back to it. Well, Seven of Hearts, it shows down here. And of course, hearts are like cups, and we have a Seven of Cups.
Yes.
So they don't exactly correlate here, but it's interesting to note that. I had this thought about the Moon, and I can't quite pull it out.
Well, the Moon is about romance. The Moon can be about intuition. The Moon can be about even employment, places of work. But I feel here that this is something that's already got some growth going on here. But I'm saying that there is a potential here that something could grow, but something would need to happen in order to make that grow. That's why I'm suggesting to you, if you think there's any possibilities here, maybe, if there's any way to strike up a conversation, make something happen so you could just gauge it for yourself, and just see if, maybe, there is something here. They are showing some interest in me. Or if they act very indifferent or not interested, then you kind of get a better picture. Because right now, to me, it looks like they may have something else going on.
Well, the other thing about the Moon, too, is that it always has a sense of mystery about it. And so this is a mystery that maybe you are going to have to figure out more than we can possibly help you with.
Well, or that the cards want to say right now.
Yeah.
I feel the cards may be answering the question by saying, they may have another involvement going on. So, you could take your chances and try to see, because maybe it's not a serious thing.
Originally, I sort of felt that, and I sort of thought that maybe there was the idea that they were moving away from a relationship. I can't say that's exactly what it is, but I thought it was a possibility.
Yeah. We got to be a little bit careful with how we interpret these cards, because on the one hand, they're very positive cards, but your question was specifically about that person and not about a relationship that you have together, just what they were feeling about you. And so when I look at that, I don't see a lot of feelings towards you necessarily. I see the feelings related to something they may already have in place. And that's why there may be this indifference or no movement towards you at this time. So I wish you luck with that.
And that's what we have for you then. Thanks for coming today.
Violet Ann, you are up. And then our other Violet will be up. Hey, you're welcome, Round Deep. Wish I had better news.
You're welcome.
All right.
And for those of you who ask in the emotional questions, you may want to check out my Emotional Exchanges program, which is on Fridays at 7 a.m. I pull 2 cards for each sign of the zodiac.
Okay, we've got our question. Is it my deck?
Did I use mine? Yeah, I used the agent, so it's your
did.
deck. Okay.
I just getting some work out of the Golden Girls today for Mother's Day.
Is this going to help bring me and G together?
Yes.
All right.
How do I want to do that? Do we want to start with a yes/no on that?
Maybe.
Well, don't say maybe. I'm shuffling now.
It only matters when I shuffle.
I'm not going to let you.
We could try to do that as a yes or no and then feed it more afterwards.
Let's see.
Okay.
I think it's appropriate.
All right.
As long as you don't drop all my cards.
And which one did I drop?
The Fool. Ooh. Well, that is interesting, Mr. O. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's leaning towards no, but it's interesting. Yeah, we may want to delve into this further, but let's see what it says. We have the Nine of Swords here reversed, which is positive, and then we also have the Three of Pentacles, which is upright. So it almost sounds like teamwork is involved in some ways here. So let's just say maybe you will get help, but so you don't have to worry about that somebody may help you try to get you together, but is it really going to work? I guess is my question.
Right, and it could be the kind of thing that maybe if there are other people that end up getting involved, would it end up being like too many cooks kind of situation? Like just somebody else's ideas sort of take it in a different direction or ruin it in some way or just throw another factor in there.
It is an odd kind of combination.
Let's do the other one, yeah.
Let's do 3 cards and see what more we can get here. Let's just look if this relationship has a possibility of getting off the ground. I'm assuming it's a relationship, right, and not a job? So if it's a job, I think it still holds that, you know, there may be people working for you, but they may not be able to make it happen.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Sleepy Boy. Oh, Sassy's still laying on the couch.
This is their time of day to sleep.
Did you shuffle already?
I did.
And I'm cutting. All right. Let's see what we have.
All right, so there's a 2 of Cups reversed. There's a 9 of Cups upright. There's a Chariot.
Holy moly, and I love that one.
I almost feel like maybe this would be a person who ends up just being more of a friend, a good friend in a way. I don't know.
It's a mixed bag for me here.
And it's kind of funny, the 2 of Cups and the Chariot.
Has this person just come out of a bad relationship? Are they, single again, let's say? I wonder about that. Because the 9 of Cups is here. It's almost as if
they like being alone or single again. No?
Was this about them? Because I thought this was about the relationship getting off the ground. That was my question. So the 9 of Cups indicates that you could get what you desire out of this, that maybe a relationship, there is wish fulfillment here moving towards you. They had a divorce. I'm right.
But I felt that way too.
Go ahead. I'll let you go with your thoughts.
Well, my thought would be that maybe right now isn't their best time because maybe they like being out of a relationship, that like maybe they want to be single for a little while.
So you're thinking they just want to play the field, they're moving just to
maybe. It's not, it's not saying that, just having a more casual relationship wouldn't eventually evolve some way. I don't know. I'm strongly committed to that idea. I like your idea, of course.
Well, I like my idea too. But remember, the last reading, and in your defense, was leaning towards no, that this person won't make the difference here. But I do feel strongly here there is potential. There is some potential. Clearly, they just came out of a bad relationship. You have dreams, goals, and desires for this to work out, and it's possible that things could start moving that way. So I would say maybe this person nudging it along might be helpful, but also maybe they should not push it too hard and try to let this happen more naturally.
Well, the Chariot sort of has a sense of drive and motivation about it that I can't really see as being harmful with the other cards. So I wonder if maybe it just is actually more what Banshee's saying, that maybe, there's some amount of, pulling together, but that maybe they will be, thinking of moving towards the happiness of being in a relationship.
And the only other thing, the negative on this, but let's see where the Lenormand goes, would be that despite your best wishes, this can't develop right now, and that this person is busy moving on with their life from, whatever they were involved in. So let's see what the Lenormand adds here. I think that might really tell the tale. Or not. No. Okay. Yeah.
So the first card was the Moon, the Lenormand,
which is good for romance.
Yes.
In the Lenormand.
And
but
there's the mountain. Well, if you get up high on the mountain, you can see the moon if it's out.
So I think there are some complicating factors here. There are obstacles and hurdles to getting this relationship off the ground. It's not impossible, but it does seem as though there are some obstacles. Maybe it's just too soon for this person. It's hard to say.
Well, maybe this is really also talking about your drive here, in that sense, that maybe your drive makes the difference in terms of
overcoming
their reluctance, or maybe overcoming their hurt feelings, their feeling that they need to process more. Maybe, and I don't know how long ago it was, is there a statute of limitations on when you should let somebody, be with their feelings, or, it's always different. I mean, some people are like, I can't wait to try and find another relationship, or I don't ever want to be married again. There's a whole range in there.
So let's put it this way. The other one was not a definite no, correct?
That's correct.
This is just saying there are obstacles to surmount here. It's a challenge, you know. If you're up for the challenge, then go for it, you know. Hopefully, maybe it will work out in time, but I do sense there are some obstacles here.
Well, you do have the wish card, and maybe this is also saying, too, that the fun is in the journey. The enjoyment is in the journey.
Go for it.
Go for it.
And good luck, Violet. And
Good luck, Violet Ann. Let us know. I know you will.
All right, Violet Lotus, it is your turn.
But yeah, the thing about rebounders, yeah, you know, that's always one of those things. So it depends on how long, you know, some rebounds, you know, dissipate over time. So Violet Ann.
You're welcome.
I mean, Violet Lotus. And you're welcome, of course, Violet Ann.
All right, we'll wait for Violet Lotus's question, and we are done for the day.
Woohoo!
Don't forget, anybody who wants to try for our amazing TFT doll, you're going to pop up the picture.
I could.
I can talk?
Yes, you
can talk?
can.
Okay. So, remember, we're just in our comment section on the side here, not in the chat, just let us know you want to be a part of the contest to win our TFT doll, which is sitting there by Esmeralda. It's really the TFT doll, though, that you will be winning.
All right.
Kind of muddles it a little bit, that picture.
We're muddled ourselves, let's face it.
So, your cards will be up.
Okay, did Dimmy and I have children in the life we had together? And if so, what was that life like? I'm going to use...
I think we should do a yes-no for the children question, and then do 3 cards for what the life was like.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I use the Adrian Tarot.
Sonny's getting a tummy scratch. Since it's Mother's Day.
Indeed.
I'm teasing Sonny.
He probably loves it.
He did. Okay, I'm cutting. You want to count them?
Sure.
All right. I will play with Sonny.
So it's not clear that you did have children together, maybe, but it doesn't seem very likely, or we're not really sure here. We do have an upright 3 of coins, 3 of pentacles.
That almost sounds like a child.
I know, or teamwork, right?
Yeah.
You know, teamwork. And then we have a reversed 6 of swords, which could almost say like maybe there's a regret or something. I don't know. What is it?
I wonder if you lost a child
Yeah.
early. You know, that maybe you had one, but you lost it early. We might do 3 cards to see more about this life in particular to see. You know, the Ace of Cups is reversed there. Usually that doesn't matter, but I'm wondering about it. And see, to me, the 6 of Swords could indicate just kind of a stagnation or nothing happening, I feel.
Stuck in a sadness
Stuck.
in a way.
Well, you know, that makes me wonder about infertility, too, as possible.
Yeah, I don't want to rule out that you didn't have children, but I get the feeling like there may have been a loss of at least one if there were more than one.
So let's do 3 cards and see what they say.
All right.
I just want a little bit more about this life with Jimmy to see what it was like. It may give us more clues about the child issue.
Yes.
It does feel like loss.
Yes.
That's why I thought that. And it's just, you know, I don't usually look at the ace as being a part of the reading other than to tell us yes or no. But because of the nature and the nature of the question, I think it holds some weight there.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm a little flexible on that. He's been so good most of the day here. Very proud of you, Sonny. Aww. Yeah, it could be, or it could be a childhood illness, you know, depending on, you know, the when, different plagues, etc. We have the King of Wands reversed. Oh my goodness. We have the 10 of Cups reversed. And then it looks like we have the 7 of Pentacles upright. You know?
You're getting the picture here.
I am. I wonder if you're going to see the same thing. I feel like there may have been infertility on Dimmy's part. I feel that. No family came about because, you know, nothing ever developed. The 7 of Pentacles, patience there. It's, you know, I love the word is on this card, patience, because it was kind of like maybe you guys kept trying to have a child, but you were unable to conceive. And seeing the King of Wands reversed makes me feel that it might have been a male infertility issue.
I like that. I wasn't so sure I was going to totally feel that. I don't know that if it's infertility per se or if there was some other reason why genetically Dimmy couldn't be a father. I know of at least 1 or 2 men that I've known who the pregnancies they create never come to be because of something with their genetic factors.
Well,
a weird triple X thing or something.
I have to say this, okay? You know, just I'm not sure who was the male and who was the female in this past life. Could you have been the male? I mean, I'm just saying, because we aren't always the same gender every life we live. But the male in this past life, whether it was Dimmy or you, were unable to produce a child. And I really feel here, you know, you wanted to know what this life was like. I really think that these cards are just answering the question about the, you know, the children and the family life. The family life was unhappy only to the extent of you guys wished you could have had a child.
Now, of course, this doesn't necessarily mean that there weren't other past lives with Dimmy and that those situations weren't different. But
it's interesting, Violet.
That is interesting. Like I said, though, I don't know that infertility could be the only reason why a child wasn't conceived. There could be some other reasons that are not exactly infertility, but something maybe about the quality of the parts. Don't want to get too graphic there. So yeah, but I agree with the Banshee totally. I think this is what this means, and that maybe to some degree this has that effect on each of you now and how you relate to each other.
Well, we sort of felt the infertility thing in the first reading, but I think what really drove it home to me in this reading was that Seven of Pentacles. Because the farmer has planted, he's got everything ready, but will it bear fruit? And so I feel that worry, that anxiety that the farmer's feeling about that, ties right into this idea of infertility. So I guess that's why I had to go with that.
Okay, so I'm going to pull the Lenormand for you, Violet. Yeah. And the first one is the Mountain. And then the card that informs that is the Rider. And I love that image there, kind of Arabian Nights-ish.
So there were a lot of obstacles. I guess I'm just going to stick with what the cards were about, which really seems to be this theme of having children or not. And I'm going to say that there were a lot of obstacles for things to move forward, to make it happen. It just wasn't meant to be.
Yes, but there's a karma in that maybe you and Demi should explore on, what that could mean is that really what you conceived is something else. What was the product of your union was something else, not a human issue,
right,
but something else.
Right. So very fascinating. Wow, I wasn't sure what we were going to get when we were doing this reading, but it just honed right in on that.
It's pretty awesome.
Wow. All right. Well, that ends our day. Thanks everybody for making this a very joyous Mother's Day. This was very fun. We love reading for you anyway, any day, not just Mother's Day. I hope all the mothers out there have a wonderful rest of the day. And we hope to see you all soon at our next show.
You're welcome.
So, take care. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye now.